He's crass, he's chaotic, he's unhinged. And yet somehow, Deadpool has become the most self-aware superhero in movie history. A merc with a mouth who literally knows he's in a movie. Deadpool's cinematic journey is one of the strangest odysseys any comic book character has ever taken. Before he became Marvel's R-rated poster boy, he was butchered on screen. And somehow, through sheer persistence, fan pressure, and Ryan Reynolds' unwavering commitment, Deadpool clawed his way back from cinematic hell and ended up part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe itself. So today, we're diving deep into how Deadpool went from a failed experiment to one of the most iconic and profitable comic book characters ever put to film. No fluff, no timeline confusion, just how one loudmouthed assassin became an MCU legend. And before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Silver Screen Hero if you love Marvel and DC breakdowns like this. Before Ryan Reynolds became Deadpool, the character technically made his debut in X-Men Origins Wolverine, though fans would rather pretend he didn't. We first meet Wade Wilson as part of William Stryker's elite mutant strike team, Team X. He's witty, fast-talking, and lethal with twin katanas. For a moment, he feels like the Deadpool we know, cocky, reckless, and endlessly entertaining. But within minutes, that spark is buried under one of the most infamous creative decisions in superhero history. After Team X disbands, Stryker begins experimenting on Wade, transforming him into Weapon 11, a silent, mouth-sewn super soldier who can teleport, shoot lasers from his eyes, and has the charisma of a wet napkin. The merc with a mouth without a mouth. It was everything Deadpool wasn't: serious, stoic, and painfully restrained. Fans hated it, critics mocked it, and even Ryan Reynolds himself admitted it was the wrong version of the right character. Deadpool is the merc with the mouth, and they removed his mouth. He was more like Deadpool while he was Wade Wilson. And I don't even know what they were thinking with laser eyes. And what's worse is Deadpool wasn't even that popular when X-Men Origins came out. So this butchery was a lot of people's first impression to Deadpool. And as bad as it was, that failure planted a seed. Reynolds realized that, if done right, Deadpool could be revolutionary. And years later, he proved it. After nearly a decade of studio hesitation and a piece of leaked test footage that went viral overnight, Ryan Reynolds finally got his second chance. This time, he had full creative control, and the results changed superhero cinema forever. Deadpool was small budget, R-rated, and refreshingly unrestrained. It wasn't just another superhero film. It was a genre-bending meta-comedy that mocked everything about the genre itself. In this version, Wade Wilson is a dishonorably discharged Special Forces veteran turned mercenary scraping by in a morally gray world. He meets Vanessa Carlyle, a bartender who matches him insult for insult, and for once, Wade finds himself something real. But that love story takes a turn when he's diagnosed with terminal cancer. Desperate to survive, Wade joins a shady experimental program promising a cure. Instead, he's tortured by Ajax and Angel Dust, who attempt to trigger mutations through agony. When Wade's latent healing factor finally activates, it cures his cancer but leaves him horrifically scarred. Ajax mocks him, abandons him, and Wade is reborn as Deadpool, the merc with a mask and a mission for revenge. The movie nails what Origins got wrong. It gives Deadpool his voice, literally and metaphorically. He breaks the fourth wall, narrates his own story out of order, mocks the studio, and bathes in cartoonish gore. His interaction with Dopinder, Colossus, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead are both hilarious and unexpectedly heartfelt. And when he finally faces Ajax in a crumbling scrapyard that suspiciously looks like a helicarrier, it's catharsis, both for him and for the audience who waited years for justice. The results? A $782 million global box office on a $58 million budget, making it the highest-grossing R-rated superhero movie at the time. It's a significant movie in the history of comic book adaptations. I don't know how well it will age, but this thing was inescapable for years, while the unique way in which its genesis and production came to be is just as fascinating from a business and culture perspective. One of those movies I'll probably watch if I see it on cable, but I never think to myself, I want to watch Deadpool tonight. Deadpool wasn't just reborn, he was reclaimed. A fan dream turned phenomenon, powered by one actor's sheer refusal to give up on a character everyone else had abandoned. Sequels usually stumble, trying to outdo themselves, but Deadpool 2 managed to go bigger, darker, and somehow funnier. It opens with tragedy. Wade failing to save Vanessa from a revenge hitman. For the first time, Deadpool is shattered. The movie cuts into a James Bond-style parody montage, setting the tone for a story that blends absurdity with genuine emotion. Wade spirals, trying to blow himself up in a gasoline explosion. Of course, it doesn't work. His healing factor won't let him die. Instead, Colossus drags him back to the X-Mansion, forcing him to face what's left of his broken life. Then enters Cable, a time-traveling soldier from the future, played by Josh Brolin. Half cyborg, all scowl, he's on a mission to kill Russell Collins, a mutant teen known as Fire Fist, who will one day grow into a murderer. In an act of redemption, Deadpool decides to save the kid, forming his own super team: Shatterstar, Bedlam, Vanisher, Zeitgeist, Domino, and the very normal Peter, who just saw an ad. Their skydive mission is a total disaster, as everyone but Domino dies in a grotesque, hilarious fashion. It's one of the funniest, most shocking sequences in any superhero movie, perfectly capturing Deadpool's blend of tragedy and comedy. Throughout the story, Wade learns that redemption isn't about revenge, it's about protecting those who can still be saved. When he sacrifices himself to save Russell, it's his first truly selfless act. Of course, Cable rewinds time to spare his life, because no one really dies in a Deadpool movie without a punchline. And speaking of punchlines, the post-credits sequence is pure chaos. Deadpool hijacks Cable's time device, saves Vanessa, saves Peter, kills his X-Men Origins version, and even murders Ryan Reynolds mid-Green Lantern script reading. It's the perfect meta-closure to his first saga. Deadpool 2 grossed $786 million on a $110 million budget, proving lightning can strike twice. Fans and critics praised its emotional depth hidden beneath the mask of chaos. I can't even explain my favorite part. I just loved it so much. Cable was badass. The references were 100-fold. The X-Force almost immediately dying horrible deaths was hilarious. Juggernaut was awesome. The X-Men cameo was hilariously unexpected. Just everything was fantastic in my eyes. By the end, Deadpool wasn't just a parody anymore. He was a character with heart, purpose, and emotional weight, and somehow still the funniest guy in the room. After years of teasing, fake feuds, and internet trolling, it finally happened. Deadpool officially entered the MCU, dragging Wolverine with him. The movie picks up where Deadpool 2's post-credits scene left off. Wade's life is quiet, even domestic. He's still running low-tier Merc gigs, still with Vanessa, still living his chaotic version of happily ever after. Until the Time Variance Authority, yes, that TVA from Loki, crashes dinner and changes everything. The TVA reveals that Deadpool is an anomaly, a man who remembers multiple timelines. They need his unpredictability to combat an impending multiversal collapse. But in true Deadpool fashion, things go sideways fast. He battles the TVA, finds the corpse of his universe's Logan, kills TVA agents with Wolverine's bones, and eventually gets captured. Mobius tells him the truth. His universe is collapsing because its anchor being, Wolverine, has died. Determined to fix it, Deadpool steals a TVA time pad and jumps between realities searching for a new Wolverine. He finds one, broken, jaded, and haunted, but learns he's the worst variant in the multiverse, a man who let his world burn. The two clash, reconcile, and clash again, eventually landing in the Void, a wasteland of forgotten timelines. Along the way, they meet Cassandra Nova, Gambit, Elektra, Blade, and even X-23, who forces Wolverine to confront his guilt. Together, they storm Cassandra's base to stop her from using the Time Ripper to destroy reality itself. After an onslaught of Deadpool variants, and yes, Peter saves the day again, they manage to stop her, but the Time Ripper is unstable. In a final act of heroism, Deadpool prepares to sacrifice himself, but Wolverine beats him to it. The two stabilize the explosion, saving the multiverse, and finally finding peace. The film bridges the Fox and MCU universes seamlessly, giving Reynolds' Deadpool canonical legitimacy and Jackman's Wolverine one final, meaningful farewell without undoing Logan's ending. It keeps the R-rated insanity intact, yet infuses it with surprising heart. And with a staggering $1.33 billion worldwide box office, it became one of the highest-grossing Marvel films of 2025. Looking at the full journey, Deadpool's story mirrors his personality: messy, self-aware, and impossible to kill. In X-Men Origins, he's silenced. In Deadpool, he finds his voice. In Deadpool 2, he learns how to use it for something bigger. And in Deadpool and Wolverine, that voice survives across universes. Deadpool's evolution is a testament to creative persistence, a proof that with the right voice, even a fourth wall breaking anti-hero can redefine a genre. That's all for today. What's your favorite Deadpool movie? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Silver Screen Hero, and check out the next video here.